Hi, good morning. I was out in the garden this morning picking some zucchini and squash. It's that time of year when they're multiplying like rabbits, so I'm cooking it in so many different ways and freezing some and baking and making chips and all kinds of stuff with the zucchini and the squash. So there's winter squash and summer squash. And the summer squash is the zucchini, whereas the winter squash is the harder, denser squash that is like butternut squash or pumpkin or spaghetti squash. They're usually ready later in the season. I seem to have an abundance of all of the above. So I have my spaghetti squash, which I will be, of course, making a spaghetti with and some kind of a tomato sauce for my tomatoes. This is kind of a cross between a zucchini and a squash, because last year my plants cross-pollinated, so now my seeds are kind of a little messed up. And that's okay, I like it. Of course, you know, your traditional zucchini, and this is a baby compared to what's growing in there, so I have to really get to it. So squash and zucchini, you know, we don't really think of them as having a whole lot of nutrients. Zucchini certainly is pretty bland, and so I use it a lot as a thickener in soup, or I'll use it for baking. I'll also, you know, stuff it and put stuff in it and bake it, but it does tend to be rather bland, which sometimes isn't a bad thing if you want to use it for a filler. But it is still loaded with vitamins, and it's low carb, so if you're following a low carb diet, it's great because it's full of water and fiber, which is going to help with your digestion. It's high in potassium, high in vitamin C, very high in vitamin A, which is good for our eyes, has lots of manganese and vitamin K, and those are good for your bones. So even the humble zucchini has lots of nutrients in it. And then we go into the winter squash, which are the pumpkin and the butternut and all that. They are also very high in vitamin C, which is important for your immune system. Again, even higher in vitamin A for your eyes and bone and immunity. Again, lots of fiber because they're much denser. Higher carbs, but you know, if you consider a small 1 cup of the squash, the winter squash, still only has about, depending on the squash, I guess, would have about 20 grams of carbs and lots of fiber, and lots of vitamins. So it's definitely worth eating and not avoiding even if you are on a low carb diet. Use that instead of potatoes. Also, vitamin E, lots of vitamin E. And vitamin E fights off free radicals. And free radicals are what damages our cells. And that happens in lots of different ways through the foods that we eat, or the toxins that we might be exposed to creates a lot of free radicals. Just the process of eating creates free radicals. But if we're eating foods we shouldn't be, like bad oils and deep fried foods and GMOs and all that stuff, then there's that much more work that our body has to do. So lots of vitamin E. And also lots of B vitamins, an assortment of B vitamins. And B vitamins are really good for our brain. They provide us with lots of energy and helps with our mood. So we want to be eating lots of squash. And loaded with antioxidants, like I said, vitamin C and keratin and lots of other vitamins are in the squash that are anti-cancer. They help to protect us from cancer, which is what free radicals do. They eventually, if there's too much of that going on in your body, you will develop cancer. So keeping those free radicals under control is really important. We often hear about eating different colors of the rainbow, and the fruits and vegetables that are white help to support our immune system. The fruits and vegetables that are yellow help with our skin and our eyes, and the foods that are orange help to fight cancer, as I said, because they are they are helping to eliminate free radicals. So eat your zucchini. I have lots of recipes on my website that use up zucchini, and I think you'll really enjoy them. There's quite a variety, from soups to I'm going to be posting a recipe for a chocolate zucchini loaf this week, and a variety of other things, zucchini chips. So I'm sure you'll find something that you enjoy. I hope you have a wonderful day, and if someone gives you zucchini from their garden, don't say no. Take it, freeze it, bake, cook, and enjoy it.